Hi guys, welcome to Wednesday, May 13th. We're introing Unit 6, our final unit, which is the journey for others. And it's a lot about self-sacrifice, sacrificing multiple things or certain things for others. Also remember that your Unit 5 project is due today, so please make sure you're turning that in. Well, first things first, let's go through a PowerPoint that intros what exactly the journey for others is. So what is the journey for others? It's self-sacrifice. It's giving up something for another's benefits or multiple others' benefits sometimes. So first there's death. Hero's life, he or she, the hero, is giving up their life for someone or multiple someone's life or lives. So Harry Potter. Spoiler alert for most of these. He sacrificed his life multiple times, but ultimately at the end to save others' lives so that more people wouldn't die. And then, of course, there's the story of Jesus in the Bible who was crucified for others' sins. And then if you go into the DC universe and Marvel universe, but these two are the Marvel universe, I suppose, there's Iron Man and Black Widow. Again, spoiler alert, final movie. There's a lot of sacrifice that comes with their deaths for others' lives. And then there's emotionally/relationship, sacrificing personal emotions, relationships, etc. for someone else. So a lot of times romantic relationships, there's a give and take. Sometimes one person in the relationship is giving more to the relationship than another, so they're sacrificing their own emotional well-being for the others to make them happier. And you'll also see this a lot in parent-child relationships. Parents oftentimes sacrifice their own emotions and pretty much everything for their children. So you'll see that a lot in parent-child relationships where relationships and emotions will be sacrificed for the benefit of the child or the other person in a romantic relationship. And then personal versus work life. This can go both ways. You could see a hero giving up their personal life for work life and using the idea that they're helping others by giving up their personal life to continue working. You'll see this a lot with doctors and those in the medical field. Or giving others a better life. So parents often work harder and work longer hours to give their children a better life than they had when they were kids. And then the opposite is giving up a dream job or work life to focus on a personal life. You can see this a lot in stay-at-home parents. And then morals belief system. Sacrificing own morals, beliefs, systems to benefit others. This can include crime and murder. So a hero who doesn't believe in committing murder or committing a crime might do it for the benefit of another. You'll see this a lot in hero stories who go to a life of crime to either feed their families or to save their families. You'll see this sometimes in crime shows where the hero has to commit a crime in order to save their family's lives. And then there's the religious belief system, where this is a little more rare, but you'll see heroes sometimes give up their own religious belief systems in order to either open themselves up to another religious belief system, or because another person that they are in a relationship with has stronger belief system and kind of needs them to believe in that system too. You might see this if you guys are familiar with the TV show Supernatural. You'll see a lot of religious belief systems be given up either for the people who are being attacked by these supernatural figures and their reality is being attacked via that way, or with Castiel, his belief and his faith in angels and God changes throughout the seasons that he's in. And then there's time. Community service. You guys should all be familiar with that. I believe you guys don't have to do community service to graduate, but when I was in school, you had to. And that community service, and even if it's not to get another benefit such as graduation, you're just giving your time to help others to make their lives better. And then there's the military service. I put Purple Heart because I feel like those who earn the Purple Heart are the ones giving the biggest sacrifices in the military service. But, you know, military service is a sacrifice in many ways. The people who are giving the military service often have to spend long months away from their families. They're also sacrificing their own safety. And at the same time, military service on the other end, those families who have military service family members, have their loved ones far away, sometimes in a location that they don't even know. And they have to deal with that fear of the fact that their loved ones might die. And then if you guys want to go into this, there is the top 10 heroic sacrifice scenes in movies. I found this on YouTube last trimester for this unit. Find it very interesting. I'm not going to have it going for this, but if you guys want to take a look at it just to get a better idea of self-sacrifice, that is a good video example. And then here's the link to the literature options. If you click into that, you'll get a list of links that I provided you guys that deal a lot with self-sacrifice. The Gift of the Magi, that's an incredibly popular story. Most of you might be actually familiar with it. The Necklace is pretty popular. You might have read that in 9th or 10th grade. Then there's Hercules, Antigone is a good story. And then, of course, the Crucifixion of Jesus and the Good Samaritan are very popular stories in the Bible. So yeah, look those up and pick one and then submit your proposal to me by Wednesday. Or not Wednesday, today's Wednesday, by Monday. And then here's the mentor text. I didn't really pick a story because I didn't want to choose from that list. And plus none of the textbooks that I brought home with me have really any perfect examples of self-sacrifice. So I found this great article that had 10 more inspiring tales of self-sacrifice. So these are actual people in real life who made self-sacrifices. And they're very interesting stories. Most of them are very sad. And probably a lot of them you're not even familiar with because a lot of them are older stories. I don't think I could probably find any one of them that you might be familiar with. But who knows? My favorite one is this top one. Sorry, let me scroll up. And I'll read that to you just so that you have that mentor text read to you. This is the Chernobyl 3. So the Chernobyl explosion is one of the most harrowing examples in history of the danger nuclear power can pose if it isn't kept in check. But the disaster itself could have been much, much worse if it wasn't for the actions of 3 men. The situation was as follows. A chamber housing a huge piece of radioactive carbon was in danger of melting right through the floor into a pool of water. If that had happened, it would have caused a massive steam explosion, which in turn would have forced thousands of tons of radioactive material into the air. It was quickly decided that someone needed to drain the pool in order to save the lives of potentially millions of human beings. 3 men volunteered for the task. Alexei Ananenko, Valery Pavlov, and Boris Baranov all selflessly opted to leap into the water to open the valve. They later succumbed to the massive doses of radiation they had received while saving the lives of their countrymen. So very sad, but also a very great story of self-sacrifice. Oh, this one's actually during Hurricane Sandy. But anyway, I really do suggest that you guys take a look at these stories of self-sacrifice. They're very interesting and intriguing and sad, but I think they really pull to the point of what self-sacrifice really is. All right, so that is it for today. Oops. So make sure you're going through your options, choosing a story, choosing a project that you're going to do off of that story, and then submitting that proposal to me by Monday. All right, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow where we're going to start Harry Potter.